Hey everyone, today we'll be making my family's favorite breakfast, and that is scrambled tofu. It's not very complex, but it's delicious and it's full of protein. So let's go over the items that I have here. So what we need is potatoes, an onion, firm tofu, olive oil. Actually, I think this one is avocado oil. And then we have an array of spices. Minced garlic, this is turmeric, and we're gonna need a lot of it. It gives nice color. Pepper, this is no salt seasoning. This is oregano, salt, and more garlic. I like it when the garlic that is dry coats the potatoes. As far as equipment, the best thing to have is a skillet, like this one. And this is a cast iron skillet. Something that you can mix all your ingredients with, so a wooden spoon will do. And of course you need a knife to cut things up. So what we're gonna do next is, you don't have to peel these, just clean them well, and then you can cube your potatoes and your onion. You don't want these to be too small, and again, keep the skin on so that it can brown nicely. I think this size is perfectly fine. There you go. That's the size that you want. Okay, so here are the steps. First, we're going to, of course, turn the heat on. That would help. And we'll wait for the skillet to warm, and then we're going to cover it. You can actually do it now with a good coating of oil. Make sure you use one that can be used for frying. Okay, so as this warms up, so these are the next steps. Potatoes go in first, and then you're going to put the spices in. After that, you're going to add onions and you're going to stir it. You'll wait for the potatoes to soften, and at the end you're going to add the crumbled tofu. I already crumbled it. Make sure that you remove all of the liquid from the tofu. And again, you'll wait for everything to heat up and you'll mix all of the ingredients together, and that will be it. It's not very complex, and I'll show you in a second how it's done. Our oil has heated already, so we're gonna add the potatoes. Now move them around so that they get a nice coating of the oil. Now in goes garlic and the rest of our spices. So as you know, or you may not know, but potatoes will need more time than the onion. That's why we are reserving the onion for later, so that we can have everything cooked thoroughly and not burn the onions. Now mix this so that the potatoes are coated with the spices. And then you can lower the heat and step away for a few minutes. Okay, so it has been about 5 minutes. I did add a bit more of oil. It's time to add our onions. But as you can see, the potatoes have browned fairly nicely. Oh, I love this sizzling sound. Okay, but now go in onions. Mix everything. And we're going to give it about 3 to 4 minutes before adding scrambled tofu. So about 4 minutes have passed, and as you can see, our onions are pretty well done. You can do a close-up here. So it's perfectly fine to now go ahead and add our scrambled tofu. And there's quite a good amount of it, so just add, fold it in, and then keep adding until you have added all of it. And as you see, we're getting a beautiful color from the spices, and that's pretty much from the turmeric. And you could have tasted your potatoes and onions and see if there's any other spices that you might want to add, if it's to your liking. So that would have been a good time to taste it. But it's not too late to add more salt and pepper or whatever, maybe garlic, at any stage. And I did not have that as one of my ingredients, but it would be perfectly fine if, for example, if you wanted the dish to be a bit more salty and have more of an umami taste, to add good quality soy sauce. I think that would go very nicely with this. And you see how the color keeps changing as I keep on mixing the tofu. It's going to be very nice. Now at this stage, once you mix everything thoroughly, I would recommend leaving it in the skillet for another 5 minutes on medium-low heat. Because tofu, even though you have removed a lot of the water, it still retains a lot of moisture. So I recommend leaving it for 5 more minutes. Let all of the flavors marry. So I have decided to add a bit of soy sauce. Here. Two more minutes and it will be done. So it's done. Even tofu has browned nicely. So it's time to plate and enjoy. So here it is. Look how gorgeous it looks on my beautiful Polish pottery. That's a good portion.